Alright, so here we are, YouTube. On the inside here, you see this piece here. This is your rotor, alright? And then you have your caliper bracket as well as your brake caliper. And inside there, you have your brake pad. Now, your brake pad, when applied, squeezes onto this rotor here, and it creates friction and pressure, and that's how you have braking. See that pad right there? That's the pad. It'll go in and out. You know, when you hear that squealing sound, it's time to replace those pads. All right. A lot of the pads, a good quality pad, will have what's called a squeal indicator on the pad. And as you can see there, there's the squeal indicator. All right. So when that squeal indicator gets close to this pad, it'll make a little squeaking, shrilling noise, and it'll go. That's letting you know, hey, it's time to change your brake pads. Now, what happens if you ignore that? Well, we have nominee for the most worn out brakes this year that I have seen right here. Check that out. Oh yeah, look at that rotor right there. You see how chewed up that is? That can't be repaired, ladies and gentlemen. You see how thin it is? Oh yeah, it's almost fingernail thin. All right, there's no brakes going on there. Now, customers complain about, oh, a squishy pedal. Well, look at the tire here. You see how shiny that is? He hadn't put Armor All on the tires. What that is brake fluid that's come out from the system, leaked out from the system because the caliper has pushed out so far. Now, where's our brake pad? Oh my gosh, look at that. There's part of the brake pad right there. It's not even in the grooves where it's supposed to be because it's worn out so much. You see that? Check that out. Oh my gosh, these brakes are gone. There are not any brakes here. But you think this is bad? Let's go look at the other side. All right, here's the other side. Can we see with the sun? Yeah. Look at that rotor. Yeah, that's the backing plate there. That's the rotor here, okay? It's already broke half of it off. It's already just disintegrated and disappeared. Don't know where it is. Where's the pad? Can we see the pad in there? Is there a pad in there? No, pad is not in there where it's due. It's already dropped down as well. You see it's kind of falling out there. He's probably dropped the pad on the road somewhere. You know, sometimes you see brake pads on the road. Well, this is how they get there. The people not doing their brakes, and then it creates so much space in there that the little wafer leftover piece just falls out. So we're going to repair this, show you how to repair this so you won't have these problems. And give me just a second to get everything set up. Okay, so now we have those rotors off. You see that one's off. What's left of this one is off. Okay, so now, yeah, give you an idea. Oh yeah, look how thin that is. Yep, that's pretty much done. How thin that is. There's nothing even there. All right, here's a new one right here. All wrapped in plastic. You know, doesn't really matter where you get it from at this point. You know what I mean? You can see kind of messed up here. But as you can see, that's your new rotor there, and you see how much thicker that is as opposed to what we took off of there. It sits much higher. See that? So what happens whenever this thing heats up like that and they're that thin, they just shatter and break apart, and that's why you have pieces missing there. So to put this back together, basically you put that on there, and you have your caliper, you lock it back in, and you have to look at my other videos for that. I'm not going to tape that part of it. But I just wanted to show you what your new parts are going to look like, okay? You see, these are your brake pads here, and as those wear down, they get thinner and thinner. This piece here is like ceramic and organic material, depending on what you buy. But once it gets down to that metal is not going to wear down like your brake pad will. Instead of it wearing down, what it's going to do is it's going to create a grinding effect, and it's going to grind that metal down until there's nothing left. So, when you hear that squealing sound, which is created by this squeal indicator on this brake pad here, see how once that gets low, it's going to make contact with that rotor. Still have some pads left, but if you ignore that, you will be having to replace your rotors. Till next time, YouTube, have a great day. If you have any questions, comment, post, let us know.